In the dark recesses of Tyria, elder dragons have awoken from millennial slumbers. First came Primordus, which stirred in the depths, forcing the Asura to flee to the surface. Half a century later, Jormag awoke and drove the Norn from the frozen climates of the northern Shiver Peaks, corrupting sons and brothers along the way. A generation later, Zhaitan arose in a cataclysmic event that reshaped a continent and flooded the capital of the human nation of Krita. The races of Tyria stand on the edge of destiny. Heroes have battled against dragon minions, only to be corrupted into service of the enemy. Armies have marched on the dragons and been swept aside. The age of mortals may soon be over. This is a time for heroes. While the races of Tyria stand apart, 6 heroic individuals will come together to fight for their people. Eir, the Norn huntress with the soul of an artist. Snaf, the Asuran genius, and his ambitious assistant, Zoja. Ritlock, the ferocious Char warrior in exile. Kaith, a deadly Sylvari with deep secrets. And Logan, the valiant human guardian dealing with divided loyalties. Together, they become Destiny's Edge. Together, they answer the call. But will it be enough?
Once we fought together as one. Myself, Ritlock, Logan, Eir and her wolf, Snaf and his apprentice. We called ourselves Destiny's Edge. We were the best the world had seen. We fought dragon minions from the Sea of Sorrows to the Crystal Desert. We encountered Glint. She was a legendary creature that served Caudecus, the Crystal Dragon, until she betrayed her master. Caudecus awoke and flew south to slay its traitorous lieutenant, leaving devastation in its wake. We stood beside Glint, ready to face an elder dragon, but Logan was suddenly called away. We were weakened, but Eir thought we could still stand and fight. Eir was incorrect. We were defeated. Caudecus killed Glint. We lost Snaf as well.
And they all blame each other.
And Eir blames herself. She lost more than a friend that day.
Several years after the events that happened in the book, Kaith tries to reunite all of Destiny's Edge, but it doesn't go so well.
Welcome, fellow members of Destiny's Edge. We must speak of the threat of the Elder Dragons.
When I agreed to come, I didn't know you'd be inviting this Char.
I could say the same for you, human. Finally crawling back for forgiveness, Logan.
I've done nothing that needs to be forgiven.
Logan, Ritlock, enough of your squabbling. Kaith, I doubt that we can unite again. Not after our last mistake.
The Norn's right. When Eir Staghalkin makes mistakes, people die.
Is that what you think, Zoja? That what happened was my fault?
Please, all of you, our time has come. We must help the Orders. We have fought the Elder Dragons before.
And lost, because someone couldn't keep up with us.
You have something to say it to my face.
I would if you weren't always running away. I should gut you and be done with it.
Gut me? With what? That human-made sword you looted from Ascalon? I've had enough. We're done here.
Running away again.
Ritlock, you're just making it worse.
Ha! Look who's talking! Logan's right, for once. I have more important things to do. I'm done with this.
And I refuse to waste my efforts on cowards and fools. Goodbye, Kaith.
It's sad to see Logan and Ritlock argue. If only there was something to bond them together. Yes, I know what might help. Kaith, I have to leave as well. I fear this meeting was a mistake, but maybe I can fix it.
We failed, then. Failed to bring Destiny's Edge back together. We cannot help the others. How can we help Tyria?
Eir left for the Ascalonian Catacombs to retrieve Sohathan's twin, Magdir, in order to give it to Logan.
I'm looking for King Adalbern's legendary weapon, The sword called Magdir.
Although they successfully took the sword from the ghost's leader, King Adalburn, the journey left Eyre disheartened by Rytlock's words, who had come to rescue her with reinforcements and to prevent any further bloodshed between the ghosts and the Char.
Did you really think that if you got me a sword, you'd earn forgiveness?
For you, the sword would be for Logan.
What? Why would you risk our lives, my life, for that coward?
I thought it would heal old wounds. It would remind you.
Remind me of what? Betrayal? Ah, you've become a sentimental old woman. We're finished here.
Why does Rytlock hate Logan?
Mistakes from a lifetime ago. Best forgotten. Rytlock's right. I've gotten too sentimental. Too weak.
In Kryta, Separatists ruined Queen Jenna's party at Caudecus' Manor in celebration of the treaty between humans and the Char. Logan was attending and aided in the rescue of his queen.
I must speak to you of a threat to the Queen.
Threat to the Queen? Then you know about our plot.
Zoja was also in attendance, having discovered that the Separatists were using Asuran technology belonging to Snaf.
What the? Jenna! It killed her!
Hold your tears, Logan. She and the others are fine. That golem used a teleportation ray on them.
Afterwards, Queen Jenna realized that the world needed Logan more than she did.
I appreciate your rescue, but you have your own journey. One that leads beyond Divinity's reach.
There are dangers that threaten you here.
There are dangers that face all of us, Logan. All of our world. There are things only you can do.
You're right. So much has been left unfinished. Much to make amends for. I should go.
And I will be waiting for your return.
Kaith called upon Logan and Rytlock to Twilight Arbor in an attempt to get them to work together individually as they tracked down the elusive Fowlin, whose nightmare court had been growing in power.
Kaith, I'm sorry I'm late. You.
Good to see you, Logan. Now we can begin.
Conniving vegetable. You never said anything about him being here.
I asked him to attend.
Fowlin successfully manipulated events in order to tear open the guild's old wounds.
I will not work with this human. He'll desert us again.
I did what I had to do.
Then you can do this without me. If I see you again, Logan, I will carve you.
Who's deserting us now?
Resulting in Logan and Rytlock abandoning Kaith in anger.
Make a good team. Who needs Rytlock anyway?
We do. We are weaker without him. Just as we were when you abandoned us.
This again? I expect this from Rytlock, but not from you. I am not a coward. I put up with your schemes and you insult me. I'm done with you. Finish this on your own.
Rytlock and Logan can't stomach each other.
Kaith was able to end Fowlin's plans in Twilight Arbor, although the Grand Duchess of the Nightmare Court managed to evade capture. Kaith later attempted the same strategy between Eyre and Zoja at Sorrow's Embrace, where they hunted down Zoja's rival, Kudu, a ranking member of the Inquest who had been the person responsible for selling his former mentor Snaf's technology to the Separatists. Although Kudu managed to escape, the group was able to thwart the Inquest and Dredge's operations in the area. Eyre, however, left the group in grief after Zoja's accusations and believed anything she did would end in failure.
Kaith told me you came down here. I was worried about you.
Worried that the little apprentice couldn't handle herself?
That's not what I meant.
Or maybe you were just hoping to see another Asura die. Is that it?
I just came here to help.
Your help gets people killed. I don't need it, and I don't need you.
Fine. If you don't need me, I'll leave you to your petty vengeances.
Zoja, don't be foolish.
No, she's right. You don't need me. No one really needs me, do they? Come, Garm.
At the Citadel of Flame, Logan and Rytlock once more argued with each other before they were told to work together by their associates.
Enough! Both of you gather your troops. We need everyone for this.
During the journey to find and stop the Flame Legion Imperator, Garridan Balefire, Logan managed to save Rytlock from falling into lava via a collapsing bridge. After defeating the Flame Imperator, the pair apologized to each other for their actions over the years and agreed to try to work out their differences over a few beers.
A long time ago, I made a mistake. I left when I should have stayed. And I spent the past 5 years trying to justify it. I still feel like I did the right thing, but I'm sorry I left.
For all those years, I was so angry I wouldn't listen. I understand why you did it. And I'm also sorry that you did.
Are we good then?
No. But we're better. A couple of ales might help.
You got a deal.
Meanwhile, Air, who had been badly affected by her last meeting with Zoja, had fled north to the honor of the Waves, while leaving Garm behind. She planned to go out like a hero by aiding the Kodan against an overwhelming force of Sons of Svanir, who were raiding the Kodan sanctuary in the name of Jormag. Sensing her friend's distress, Kaith followed Air to the sanctuary with a few associates.
This is suicide. Let us come back with more people.
No, time is of the essence. I will go alone if I have to.
You'd be throwing your life away.
None of the others seem to care if I live or die. Let my legend come to its end.
We must go now. I fear for the voice.
Despite the group's small numbers, Air was unwilling to back down, so they followed her and the Kodan to save the latter's spiritual leader. However, they were too late to stop the leader from being corrupted to Jormag's side, and they were forced to put her down.
Leave me. Let me die with my voice and my sanctuary.
Claw of the honor of the Waves, I know this cuts you deeper than any blade. But you cannot let failure destroy you.
As she witnessed the tragedies in the sanctuary and realized how much damage the Elder Dragons and their minions were causing, Air realized the lesson she herself had to learn despite being told numerous times by Kaith.
Defeat is not getting knocked down, but in failing to get up again.
I understand. Voice is gone. But we must go on. I see that now.
Never let your mistakes defeat you.
Isn't that what I've been saying all along?
Yes, Kaith, but sometimes we have to learn that lesson for ourselves.
Air decided to go with Kaith to pull the members of Destiny's Edge back together to help the recently formed pack fight against Zaitan, who had risen an army and had become an increasingly dangerous threat to all of Tyria. By the time Logan and Rytlock came to aid Zoja, who was continuing to hunt for Kudu in the Crucible of Eternity.
Isn't Kudu a girl's name?
Focus here. He's been using Snaf's research, and I intend to stop him.
Logan had begun calling Rytlock his brother. They had reforged their close ties with each other, much to Zoja's surprise.
Rytlock? Logan? Together?
We've been talking. We're good again.
Actually, it's a work in progress.
After finally cornering and defeating Kudu,
Look at his face. He's been corrupted by the dragon energies.
Zoja realized that Logan and Rytlock had really forgiven each other with no bad blood between them.
Zoja, we all miss your mentor, but I think it's time to let things heal. Come back to the group.
Come back? You mean work with Air Sagalkin? Never. I can't forgive her.
I forgave Logan.
Then you're a fool, Rytlock Brimstone.
Snaf would want you to come back. We should put Destiny's Edge back together.
You lot can go fight dragons alone for all I care.
Your friends need your help. What would happen to them without you? You would deny them Snaf's wisdom?
No, of course not. I mean, I'm sure they can... That is, Air isn't a complete fool. Very well. Fine, I will think about it. No promises.
At the ruined city of Ara, in the heart of the risen-infested Or, Air had succeeded in gathering everyone together once more, though she and everyone else were surprised to see Zoja, who turned up to help.
Zoja, you've come to help?
You think I'd let you go fight an elder dragon without a proper genius?
Zoja, I need you to know something.
I know. You blame yourself for Snaf's death. I blamed you for many years myself. But I blame myself if you went in and failed, and I could have helped. Snaf would have wanted me here.
Following the Pact commander in getting their stranded airship aloft, the ship was struck and surrounded by risen undead, who threatened to overwhelm the reunited guild of Destiny's Edge.
We're stuck. Someone has to stay behind to release the airship.
I'll do it.
No, Logan, we can't split up. Not this time.
Long ago, I failed all of you. I left you behind to fight. Now you need to leave me behind so you can carry the fight forward.
You don't have to do this.
Yes, I do. For all of you, and for myself.
Fine, but if you get yourself killed, I'll hound you into the mists.
Logan elected to remain behind to release the airship into the air, as he believed he had left everyone behind to fight before, and now it was their turn to leave him behind to carry the fight on. The rest of Destiny's Edge and the commander fought their way past the forces of Zhaitan, though their airship was breaking apart. With moments left to go before the inevitable crash, a second airship called the Glory of Tyria arrived to rescue the group.
Everyone onto the other ship!
Come on, you laggards! We don't have all day.
Logan, you're alive!
And you think I was going to let you go up against Zhaitan alone?
Logan, I'm delighted to see you're well, I thought.
I know. I got out by the skin of my teeth and hopped a lift with this ship. It's a new design.
Following this reunion, the reunited Destiny's Edge went forth to confront Zhaitan and defeated the Elder Dragon in an aerial battle. That was everything you need to know with the core story of Destiny's Edge and the events that transpired in the book, Edge of Destiny. And there's not much after that, other than Rytlock jumping into the mist, becoming the first ever Revenant. The actress of Zoja never came back to ArenaNet, so they really never used this character. Logan got a brand new outfit, which I don't really like, so I don't know why they did this. Kaith ended up stealing a dragon egg, and soon she became the first champion of Aurene. And Air, you see, you see, this is what happened with Air. Thanks for watching another Guild Wars video, and as always, stay hydrated, gamers.